Hey all, I've been a fan of Lex for around a year now. As a comp sci student, I appreciate his work as a professional AI researcher, an engineer, professor, and a communicator. The recent Twitter files saga has been quite an interesting experience, and the transparency is a breath of fresh air. However, I have a few disagreements with the general take Lex seems to have with it. A Twitter thread by Matt Taibbi, a journalist, was published on December 2nd, 2022, known as the Twitter Files, which details a story of censorship within Twitter of both the censoring of New York Post's Hunter Biden laptop story and various deleted tweets. Part 1, the censoring of New York Post's Hunter Biden laptop story. Typo. For those unaware or not entirely up to date, the controversy can be read about here. In short, Twitter and Facebook both initially censored this story just weeks before the 2020 US presidential election. The reasoning included that more than 50 former senior officials have signed on to a letter outlining their belief that the recent disclosure of emails allegedly belonging to Hunter Biden has all the classic earmarks of a Russian information operation. Twitter was said to be on high alert due to the vast amount of Russian disinformation pushed during the 2016 presidential election. Additionally, it was claimed that the story violated their hacked materials policy, and fact-checkers were originally unable to confirm the authenticity of the emails at the time, though it was not disputed by the Biden campaign. Jack Dorsey, who was the CEO of Twitter at the time, was reportedly unaware of the censorship of the New York Post story. Eventually, the story was allowed to be posted on Twitter, though it was after the election was over. Jack Dorsey has said that he regrets the censorship of the story and that the handling of the situation was freelance with no evidence of the government being involved to censor the story. There was internal fighting within Twitter as to whether or not the story should be censored and if the hack material policy actually applies here. The main takeaways from this section are: 1. Twitter was on high alert due to Russian meddling in the 2016 US presidential election and concerns from former senior officials, so Twitter erred on the side of caution. 2. Twitter's stated reason has to do with its hack materials policy, though the validity was contested internally. 3. There is no evidence of a government involvement in the censoring of this story. And 4. There was internal conflict as to whether or not the story should be censored. In general, no new information about the censorship of the story was revealed, except that it was a freelance decision without the knowledge of Jack Dorsey. The censorship seemed to have been a case of better safe than sorry, with the hack materials policy being the external justification. The censorship was not a result of government involvement, and there was internal conflict as to whether or not the story should even be censored. So this was the first part. So if you read through Matt's leaked tweets, they tried to make this sound like as salacious as possible, doing like one tweet every 50 fucking minutes because this guy is either the slowest fucking typer or for some reason he didn't type up the thread first. But this was true. There was no government intervention. There was no evidence of foul play. There was no evidence of external pressure. And the hack materials policy was indeed the internal and external reason that they went for with censoring the story, because they weren't able to verify or validate where the files came from. Full stop. Any conservative saying this was a bombshell or it exposed some huge foul play or whatever, show me where. Show me where. Because they don't exist. All of the tweets that were linked here and here. Oh, the censorship of various tweets. Oh, also, let me give you a little background. By 2020, requests from connected actors to delete tweets were routine. One executive would write to another, more to review from the Biden team. The reply would come back, handled. So here's the tweets, but this person never says what these tweets are. Funny enough. Celebrities and unknowns alike could be removed or reviewed at the behest of a political party. So every single, here's a secret if you got, hold on. Wait. Before we go any farther, I'm sorry. XMXWLX in YouTube chat said, Destiny avoids evidence for a narrative. Please link your evidence or tell me what evidence I'm missing. Mr. Matt, so much mis/disinfo from Destiny sad. This is why you brain-dead fucking conservatives can't be trusted to handle information. Because when actual real facts are put in front of your face, you don't want to look at it. You're the one that can't cope, that can't deal with fucking reality. So you've got to go, I'm sorry, I'm not going to read your fake facts, the actual information leaked on Twitter. I'm going to go with the Alex Jones interpretation. You brain-dead fucking barely out of a comatose fucking vegetable. That's literally what you are. What facts am I missing? Please tell me. Tell me about them, link them, give me some information. Go ahead, before I ban you from my chat. I'll wait. YouTube chat doesn't allow. You don't have to link. Tell me what information I'm missing. Tell me about the information. Tell me what information I'm missing.
Wow.
The guy you're mad at typed. Wait, what did he say? Did I miss it? Why is all of this coming out so long after, though, Destiny? Because Elon Musk decided to leak it because he thought there was some huge bombshell in here. That's why it's coming out. If it were just Twitter policies being handled as they usually are, and the policies have existed, written, and been known to all involved, it's coming out because Elon decided to leak it all. What do you mean? Dude, conservatives, you guys live in fucking fantasy land. Don't talk to me about fact. You guys are the ultimate fucking feeling over fact in the universe. You guys have no desire to engage with the facts ever. Anyway, some way about how social media operates that I was going to tell you about if you don't know this. Every big social media platform is going to have special teams of people that work with celebs or agencies. This is always going to be the case. So for instance, my agency Evolved or like UTA, these agencies all probably have direct lines to Twitter to say like, hey, can you remove this? Or hey, can you take this down? Or hey, can you look at this? That's probably going to be standard practice on every large social media platform. It wasn't just Twitter cucking out to just Biden. Somebody can confirm or deny this, but I think didn't Trump's team also put in requests, or weren't Republicans also putting in requests for certain tweets to be looked at or reviewed? Like, this is standard practice for all large social media companies. Actually, let me back that up. This is probably standard practice for all large companies. You always have big clients, A-list clients that you like take special care of, or that you look into that'll have like an expedited way to go through things. Yes, which is also bad. That's not bad. That's just the reality of things. If you have a huge company and you've got a couple of like A-list clients, of course they're gonna have special agents. They're gonna have special lines of communication where they can like ask you to review or look at things. Destiny has reached cognitive dissonance. Sam Harris level. See ya. Permaban. Fucking moron. You have nothing. You have no fact that you can say at all, right? Because you know that I'm right. Because you're entirely emotionally driven, okay? Everything about you, you're an emotional ball of feelings. It's all you have. Wait, I don't know why you linked me this one. Is Ben Shapiro just dumb or is he farming likes? The Twitter files are extremely important because they confirm what we always expected, that Twitter's middle management worked hand in glove with Democrats to shut down the Hunter Biden story in advance. Where is the proof of that? Show me anywhere. Link the tweet that proved that. You're on Twitter and he was reported on Twitter. Link the tweet that showed that. They had no basis for that shutdown. Why not read what they actually said? It's literally linked in the Twitter threads. This is what I'm saying. This is why conservatives lie when they say we just want transparency and information. No, you don't. You just want to be able to spin a fucking narrative. I don't know if his little fucking Yazuzar, whatever the fuck that's called, is wrapped too tight around his fucking head and he can't think. No, engage with the actual material. Why not link? Why would you waste your time writing this whole stupid fucking Twitter thread when you can just link to the actual fucking conversation and show me where it says that? Why would you have to give your stupid fucking spin on it? Link where it says it. Like, this is actually like unreal. Like, what the fuck? All the tweets that were linked here and here were censored on behalf of the DNC, though both parties had access to tools that allowed them to flag tweets. Every single linked tweet contained explicit content as it relates to Hunter Biden, although the fourth link in the first set of tweets could not be found. Given the explicit nature of these images, they could be seen in the sources section below. It is understandable that Twitter would censor them specifically. Conservatives just really wanted to see Hunter's fucking cock, his throbbing BWC. That's what they wanted to see. They wanted Hunter to flop his BWC out and grab his crack pipe so they could just fucking jerk it to his fucking images. That's what they wanted to see. I think it wanted to gauge response on each tweet. Yes, and Biden wasn't in government office. Trump was. The whole hilarious gaffe in this problem is that Biden wasn't in office and Trump was. Oh, sure, but they're going to say that Biden is still controlling the world because the DNC and the Democrats control everything behind the scenes anyway. It doesn't matter if they're in office or not. Given that no other tweets were linked, it can be reasonably concluded that the censoring of these tweets had less to do with censoring the Hunter Biden laptop story and more to do with censoring nudes of Hunter Biden. The issue is the DNC and RNC can make requests like this with no oversight. What oversight? What do you mean? It's one private company making a request to another private company to delete information. What is the oversight that you're looking for? Twitter has a right to review the requests. Twitter has a right to take the requests, and Twitter has a right to either accept or deny. And that's all Twitter's processes. Like, what do you mean? Does RNC and DNC count as private companies? Yeah, of course. They're not government entities. Or are they extensions of the government? No, they're private political parties. To be clear, Elon has been eyeing to release the ship since before he even came on board. Yeah, of course. because he's actually so clueless on this shit. Or he's just a right-wing shill. I can't figure out which one it is. I can't tell which one it is. But his handling of this has actually been unimaginably fucking crazy to me. Like, holy shit. The idea that Twitter is a digital public square holds merit, but as it is still a private company, they do not need to abide by the First Amendment. This applies to Twitter after Elon Musk acquired it as well, with his refusal to unban Alex Jones, even though Alex Jones' speech did not directly incite violence, according to Elon Musk. Furthermore, the majority of the population believe that social media sites have a responsibility to prevent users from posting certain types of otherwise legal content. There's just some polls. Given the contradiction between the notion of Twitter being a digital public square and the public's view on how Twitter should moderate its content, it is fair to conclude that the public does not actually view Twitter as a digital public square, but rather as a private company that has a responsibility to moderate its content. Furthermore, given Elon Musk's contradiction of Twitter serving as a de facto public town square, but his refusal to unban Alex Jones, it is fair to conclude that Elon does not believe that Twitter is a public town square, or Elon Musk is not a free speech absolutist. In Lex's first tweet, related to the Twitter files, he claims that the Twitter files release is historic and it will strengthen our democracy. While I agree it's historic and transparency will serve the public good, the Twitter files did not reveal anything groundbreaking. It has merely revealed a premature censorship of a story in which the employees did not quite know what to do with it. The idea that the Biden campaign would call on Twitter to delete tweets comprised of Hunter Biden's nudes should not be surprising to anyone. The idea that the government was not involved in the censorship of the New York Post story also diminishes the significance of this release. Let me repeat that. The idea that the government was not involved in the censorship of the New York Post story also diminishes greatly the significance of this release. However, I hope this does set a precedent and that Twitter will continue to be transparent. In another of Lex's tweets, he claims that the Twitter Files saga continues to reveal abuses of power. Where? After the release of the Twitter Files supplemental. This supplemental material introduces Jim Baker, now fired Twitter Deputy General Counsel and former FBI General Counsel, as reported by Matt Taibbi or whatever. As is stated by, I don't know how to pronounce the guy's name, Baker's history is controversial, whether he was defending the Patriot Act or when he was under investigation for allegedly leaking classified materials to the media, during which he resigned. However, the Twitter Files already claimed that there is no evidence of government involvement in the censorship of the New York Post story here, and the fact that a legal counsel in one field would be hired as another legal counsel in another should not come as a surprise. While it may be fair to claim that this is kind of an abuse of power, given the conclusions from earlier, that social media companies were on high alert for Russian disinformation. The New York Post story could not be verified for authenticity initially. The censorship of the New York Post was recklessly handled as opposed to maliciously. The censorship of the individual tweets linked to the Twitter files comprised of Hunter Biden's nudes, not any damning information about ties between Hunter Biden and Ukraine. I believe the more logical conclusion was that it was merely a mistake. They were too cautious in their handling of the story, and they were too quick to censor it. This is not an abuse of power, but rather a mistake. A mistake that was arguably helped cover up by Twitter employees, but eventually resulted in Twitter's changing of their hacked materials policy to only issue a label or warning message, not removal of the tweet from Twitter, and reduce visibility of the content. But anyway, if you see any conservative try to bring up that this was some like huge expose of like government corruption, I guess like our friend Benny Boy is doing here, they're either lying or they haven't read any of the material. Even he admits it's not government. Well, wait, did he admit it? Or was this that one snaky tweet where he was like, there's no clear evidence that it wasn't the government? Hold on. Although several sources recalled hearing about a general warning from federal law enforcement that summer about possible foreign hacks, there's no evidence that I've seen of any government involvement in the laptop story. In fact, that might have been the problem. True. Yeah, that is true. I do remember reading this tweet. Destiny, one issue was that they were saying it was all Russian misinformation. They said it had the markers of Russian disinformation, which it did. When this proves the DNC and those handling and involved in censoring it, the same people claiming it was Russia, knew it was real and not Russia. Fufarino, link me proof of that. Well, wait, you're in DGG chat. Link me proof of that. Link me proof of that. Link me proof that they knew that it was real and they still decided to censor it. I'll wait, because this whole Twitter thread exists, so go ahead and link me. How does a physical laptop sound like markers of Russian info? You're a conservative, bro, so you'll believe literally fucking anything, okay? If I tell you that I have photos of Hunter Biden drinking the blood of like 6-year-old children, you'll say that sounds real. So to you, everything sounds real. When you're a conservative and you live in fucking fantasy land, everything sounds real. But to every other like normal thinking human being, the idea that Hunter Biden would drop off a laptop somewhere at some random shop and then forget it with a bunch of incriminating material on it, that's a fantastic story. Not to say that it means it's necessarily false, because apparently that is what happened, but that sounds like a fantastical story to any reasonable person. Destiny isn't engaging? I literally just engaged, you fucking brain-dead dipshit. See ya. Sick argument, Destiny, LOL. Bye. See you later, dude. Go enjoy jerking off to fucking, like, deep fakes of Hillary Clinton drinking unicorn blood. Jesus, Destiny sounds like a partisan hack. Oh, Liz Patton. Did you think because you're a woman you wouldn't get that ass banned? Boom! See ya. Sorry. We're holding the conservative dipshits in my chat a little bit more accountable. You're going to have to do a little bit better than, you're a partisan hack, Destiny. Also, didn't you know Hunter Biden kids on the Burisma board with Zelensky there watching as Soros promised that he would give all the money that was going to go to our poor and underserved communities sent over to Ukraine to get bombs that were the Nazis were going to use to bomb Russian citizens with their 100% gay Nazi army? Get the fuck out of here, you fucking moron. If you have an argument, type it. If all you want to type is that I'm a partisan hack, while you have your fucking like 7th set of knee pads that just came in because your other 6 have worn out from you on your knees sucking the dick of Trump, the fuck out of here. You type an actual fucking argument. Well, you can't because now you got that ass banned. Fucking moron. Destiny is so bad faith today. See ya. Boom. Caspi disappeared like the ghost you are, motherfucker. And I bet you got an outfit to match it. Fucking moron. The fuck out of here. Fufarino, we're still waiting for your link also. I didn't forget. I feel like 1, you're downplaying the connection between the DNC and those who represent them in office, and 2, while not an expose, I highlighted this level of caution we taken to the story was about someone on the right wing. Do you have any proof of that whatsoever? That if nudes were leaked of like Ivanka, you don't think those would be censored on Twitter? You're inventing fictitious problems that you don't even know the answer would be. Also, every single person that is a big person has a direct line to Twitter to make these types of requests. I probably could through my talent agency. And I'm sure any big like fucking, I'm sure literally any large fucking figure or any large celeb probably can make the same types of requests. I want to be constructive. When you say, haha, conservatives would believe Hunter drinks dead kids' blood is really reductive and makes you seem like you don't have an argument. You have nothing. What are you talking about? Wasn't it like 35% of fucking Republicans actually believe in satanic ritual shit? I'm not, no, you have to accept the ramifications of the insane fucking shit your fellow party members believe. That's your fucking fault, okay? If I showed up to a group event with DGGers and 40% of them had fucking hoods, then yeah, that's some shit I'm gonna expect to have to deal with. You can't walk around with a party member full of insane fucking people that think that Hillary Clinton murdered that Seth Rich guy, that think that they'd had people with rifles showing up to that pizza restaurant because they thought kids were being held in the basement for satanic rituals. You can't have all of those people on your side and not have to answer for them. So no, you will be held to account for that shit because you fucking supported it. You supported it in the people that you voted for. You supported it in the people in media that you encourage. Like, no, fuck you. You can't just say like, oh, it's not fair. You can't stereotype almost like that when you guys like, no, fuck you. Of course I will. Like, it's part of your movement. It's arguably the defining features of your movement. The defining features of MAGA Republicans are fucking QAnon and Seth Rich. Like, yeah, of course I'm gonna hold you to account for that. What the fuck? You think you're just gonna moonwalk away from that shit after 4 or 5 years of being a literal fucking fascist death cult? You guys are fucking crazy. Fuck no. No, you don't just get to walk away from that. Like, that doesn't represent us. It did represent you, and you chose it, 100%. They elect your elected representatives. Your number one fundraiser in the Republican Party right now is, I think, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Like, what the fuck do you want me to say? Like, Jesus Christ. It's just a minority. The only minority is the minority of fucking functioning cells left in your brain. I don't know where the fuck you guys smoked it all off to. It was crack or meth or I don't know what Republican. Oh, cocaine is the Republican drug of choice.